Welcome to the annual organization meeting of the Board of County Commissioners of Monmouth County for 2023.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be with us this evening in great support of our Monmouth County team, not only those that elected, but those who have been working so hard. First and foremost, to my loving wife, Kathy, and my two sons, of which I'm so proud, and my mom, who could not be here this evening because she's feeling ill, my dad, who is here, who both gave me so much support and opportunity over the years, my brother Greg and his wife Fran, my brother Al and his wife Kelly. Go Notre Dame, I better say it on record. And all of this, of course, doesn't happen. As those of you who hold public office know, it does not happen without the support of a strong family. So thank you so much. I love you all. Honorable Judge Thornton and the Honorable Judge Oxley, thank you so much for always being part of our great ceremony and for all you do in our system of justice. Our constitutional officers, Raymond Santiago, newly sworn in not too long ago. It was an awesome event, and we wish you the best of luck and welcome to the constitutional officer team, along with our surrogate, Maureen Reich, and of course, Christine Giordano Hanlon, who is an unbelievable clerk, a role model for clerks around the state of New Jersey, but more importantly, just a great friend and colleague of our entire team. Christine, thank you so much. All right, go ahead, give her a round of applause so we don't get, that's so we don't get in trouble. Now, I've had two great running mates this year. They'll be sworn in shortly, and no one better to run with than Nick DiRocco and Tom Arnone. Tom Arnone has become a friend. You know, a lot of people look at us and they're like, wow, we did not know each other before we started this really long journey of running campaigns and holding office. And to my dear friend Tom Arnone and his wife Chicky and his family, as well as Nick DiRocco, thank you so much. It was a blast on the trail, and more so a blast doing the work of the people here in Monmouth County. Joined with Commissioner Sue Kiley and Commissioner Ross LaCitra and Lillian Burry. Please give them a round of applause because we know how hard they work. I want to thank all of the elected officials, all of the mayors and electeds in the room, too many to name, but that really do tremendous work in each of their municipalities. If you could see the relationships and partnerships that we have, bipartisan, across the aisle, so many of them here this evening to support our county team. I want to thank all of the mayors and elected officials. And then most importantly, there are a number of public safety personnel here this evening: law enforcement, fire, EMS, emergency management. Again, too many to name from this very large county, but in particular, all of the leaders of those organizations, and we have a number of police chiefs here this evening. I want to thank the chiefs, as I know the chiefs of police of Monmouth County are some of the best in the state of New Jersey. That, joined with our prosecutor and the sheriff's office, make up a team of law enforcement and public safety like I haven't seen around the state of New Jersey, so we are very fortunate. And most importantly, to all of the men and women from the Monmouth County Sheriff's Office, I cannot thank you enough for all the hard work and dedication through the years. My term, Sheriff, I feel like begins again, but our work in public safety, as you know, never ends. And so we will continue together, all of our divisions, to make a tremendous effort in keeping our public safe. We have a lot of work to do. The prosecutor already hit the ground running. We were on the phone call today when it comes to the opioid coalition and some of the awarded money that we are going to partake in from the lawsuit of the state of New Jersey with the pharmaceutical companies. That is only one component of what we have been working on what is a national tragedy with opioid addiction and particularly the infusion of fentanyl that is harming our communities and our young adults. We will continue together in a coalition of law enforcement to fight against this crisis, whether it's fighting for additional money and bed space, whether it is deploying our Hope truck out to our communities, of which we touched over 1,000 individuals last year. All of it collectively together to battle the problem of opioid addiction. There are other issues, too many to go over. I won't mention the auto thefts. I think you all know where I stand on that. But all of it takes a team effort. And for that, I am grateful to have a tremendous team, a nationally recognized team, the only 5-star nationally accredited agency in the state of New Jersey, with our training center, with our 911 center, our law enforcement, and our corrections division. All of it, and I want to thank the warden and his entire staff. I see Victor Ianello back there, who runs one of the best in-class correctional facilities in the state of New Jersey. I should mention, he will continue to work on reentry programs and educating our inmates so that we don't have recidivism in our community. We keep it low, and we have productive members coming out of MCCI in our community. And Warden, I'm really grateful to you and your entire staff. Again, too many issues to mention. I do want to say thank you again to my running mates, Tom Arnone and Nick DeRocco. Congratulate you and your families. Again, thank you to Christine Hanlon for all you do for our team, and all of the volunteers and the campaign workers, because yes, we are elected officials, who work so hard day in and day out during the campaign to give us a tremendous victory, and more so, the honor to serve the residents of Monmouth County. Thank you, and God bless you all.
It has truly been an honor for me to serve in a capacity of public service here. You know, this year I'm going to be 60 years old, and I began my public service at the ripe age of 18 years old in 1981. And I have to say that it has truly been a really honorable task as serving as a county commissioner. But I'd just like to know who's the person who ever determined that this is a part-time job, because this is not a part-time job. It's certainly not. I'm so fortunate and to be surrounded by such amazing colleagues. First off, I'd like to congratulate my director, Tom Arnone, on your election, Commissioner DeRocco, of course, my other fellow commissioners, Commissioner Colley, Commissioner Berry, and of course, our great Sheriff Sean Golden, and all the great work in public service that you have done over the years. Our great county clerk, Christine, who is always there to guide me for everything I need and help me get through my first term and learning this great job as a county commissioner. You know, we have such great staff here, and as I've often heard Commissioner Director Arnone and fellow commissioners say, I am so proud to be up here and to be a commissioner here in Monmouth County. I truly am. You know, one of my biggest departments that I am the liaison to is the county parks, and it has truly been a blessing to be able to work hand in hand with Andrew Spears, who's now the head of the county parks, or is standing in for Jim Trunzer while he's been out. You know, we saw record numbers this year of over 8 million visitors to the county parks. It is really amazing. All the great work that they do. I see Les Richardson here. I see Les. Thank you for all the work you do and the superintendents of our schools. You know, it was a monumental task to get all of our children back after COVID. I know you've guided all of our local superintendents to do that, and working hand in hand with you, it has really been an honor. And in closing, I will give you all I can give you in 2023, and hopefully from there beyond, I'll get reelected and we'll go forward, and thank you again.
Good evening, everybody. My fellow commissioners, Sheriff Golden, Clerk Hanlon, County Surrogate Raish, Prosecutor Santiago, distinguished members of the state legislature and judiciary who are assembled here today, mayors, council members, friends, and family, thank you all for being here. It is a great honor and a privilege for me to begin my second term as a member of the Monmouth County Board of Commissioners, and I'd like to thank the residents of our great county for the opportunity to serve. As we begin a new year, I'm looking forward to working alongside my colleagues to sharpen our focus on serving our residents in a highly effective and efficient manner so that we can keep Monmouth County safe, beautiful, and prosperous. But in actuality, Reorganization Day is much more important than the simple ministerial act of reconstituting our board. This day, Reorganization Day, provides us with an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to serving each and every resident of this county with fairness and compassion. In addition, this day requires us to rededicate ourselves to ensuring that we continue to build a government for our over 630,000 residents that is ethical, proper. This day also gives us the opportunity to recommit ourselves as leaders to promoting and effectuating all the values that we hold dear in Monmouth County: responsible and responsive government, prudent fiscal management, the delivery of high-quality services in a cost-effective manner, safe streets and neighborhoods, and respect and support for law enforcement, our first responders, and our veterans. As members of the County Board of Commissioners, we have an opportunity every day to do something to enhance the quality of life for our neighbors, communities, and stakeholders. And during this most recent election, we spoke often about the high quality of life we have in Monmouth County and about the many attributes that make our county so great. We spoke about the fact that Monmouth County is the only county in the state of New Jersey that can boast a AAA bond rating from all three major rating agencies. We spoke about the fact that Monmouth County is one of the only local governments in the entire state that has actually reduced our budget in the last 10 years. And we're one of the only local governments across New Jersey that has cut our tax rate year over year in the last decade. We've highlighted the fact that Monmouth County has the top-ranked county college in the state of New Jersey, Brookdale Community College. That's right. We highlighted the fact that Monmouth County has the top-ranked public high school in New Jersey, High Technology High School. We highlighted the fact that Monmouth County is the first nationally accredited county park system and a nationally acclaimed sheriff's office led by our great Sheriff Sean Golden. Now, there's no statewide ranking for county clerks or county surrogates, but that's only because all the other counties know that they would lose that too to us because we have exemplary services from our surrogate and our clerk's offices. So thank you, Maureen and Christine, for your great work. So as we enter 2023, we're faced with new opportunities to build upon the successful record that we've built so far, and we have the obligation to strive to be even better than we were in the prior year. In the past year, we've continued to prudently manage our fiscal affairs, supported our nonprofits and our small businesses across the county with millions in COVID relief, privatized county services to save taxpayer dollars while enhancing service delivery levels, expanding our shared services to our 53 municipalities, and continuing to invest in our transportation infrastructure to ensure that our road system is the safest and most resilient system so we can move people and commerce across our county effectively day after day. And together we were able to overcome the challenges posed by the pandemic, and we've positioned ourselves for continued success. The future's bright in Monmouth County, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. And as I conclude, I want to take a moment to thank some of the individuals who have contributed to our collective success and who will contribute to our ongoing success. And it begins first with my running mates, Director Arnone and Sheriff Sean Golden. Director Arnone, since the day you took office as a freeholder, then freeholder, many years ago, I won't say how many, you've dedicated yourself 100% to serving the residents of this county, and it's evident to anyone who watches you in your public service. You're an exemplary leader, and you've become a mentor to me, and I want to thank you for your friendship and your mentorship. And Sheriff Golden, being, running with you last year, being on the phone with you pretty much every day, in the car with you, I can tell firsthand, the rest of the folks here, no one cares about our public safety in this county more than Sean Golden. He lives it and breathes it, and every day he's concerned about the safety of our families across our county. And so, Sheriff Golden, thank you for all your great service. And finally, and most importantly, I want to thank my family. Family is very important to me. It's made me who I am, and I want to thank all my assembled family who's here today. My extended family who's here, thank you so much for coming. My parents are here, and I want to thank them for all the lessons of leadership over the years they've given me. They've given me a lot of lessons. I think the most important one was to always do the right thing, even when no one's watching, and I appreciate that. My mother and father-in-law who are here, who have always provided such support and love during this venture into public service, thank you for all your support. My brothers and sisters-in-law, all my extended family, and most importantly, I want to thank my immediate family. My girls are here today, Nicole, Alexa, and Daniela. I got into this public service world to try to make our community a better place for you, and you inspire me every day to try to do a good job, and I appreciate your inspiration, and I love you. And finally, my wife, Carrie, we all know, Sheriff said it earlier, you can't do these jobs without the support of your spouse. And I have the most supportive, most loving, most caring spouse anyone could ever have. And I just want to thank her very much for all her support and love and all the sacrifices she makes. Love you very much. So God bless everybody. Happy New Year. Thank you for your support. And we're looking forward to a great and productive 2023.
The Monmouth County Library has been a hub of activity. There are renovation plans for headquarters. State dollars have been available for this project, and this spring, the commemoration of the Reading Garden, thanks to the bequest of Charles Raffetto and the talents of sculptor Franco Minervini, who created the sculpture entitled Endless Possibilities Through Reading. It is a true attraction. Leaving our library behind, not for long, we go on to our vocational schools. They always make us look good. The Marine Academy of Science and Technology at Sandy Hook has two buildings, buildings 23 and 56 under restoration with support from the commissioners. And more recently, a nuclear sub will be named the USS New Jersey. In that same area, Battery Lewis is displayed, which was originally fabricated for mounting on Navy battleships. The guns and their carriages weigh over 100 tons each. Battery Lewis was designed to withstand battleships and aerial attacks. It was part of the World War II defense. So we do have quite a history that we must not forget. And it isn't all military, but we go on to the fact that the prosecutor at correctional facilities recently received an award for being 100% compliant within the state standards. Next one I'd like to get into is the Monmouth Conservation Foundation, of which I am one of the trustees, and recently we preserved 19 acres Stavala Farm in Colts Neck, and it's contiguous to roughly 63-acre DeGroot Farm, which was also protected through the state's farmland preservation program. With construction underway at the Swimming River Park in Middletown, the on-site memorial to Judith Stanley Coleman scheduled to be completed next year. And this Shrewsbury Riverfront Park in Seabright is coming to fruition. And it's really exciting to see how much acreage that we're able to preserve. That's very important to the quality of life here in Monmouth County. Now, Fort Monmouth, they will be installing a 5,600-foot, 24-inch water main along the Avenue of Memories, and it's being done by the American Water Company, and it's scheduled to begin in May or June of this year. The important thing to know is that 80% of the properties sold are under contract in Fort Monmouth. We're very proud of that fact. Well, and recently, Netflix was able to secure a contract. So people are very excited about having them on their presence. Now, Brookdale Community College has been ranked as the 24th in the nation, top 3%. And there's one person, of course, that really needs to be focused on, and that's Dr. David Stout. And he was named to the top 25 most influential college presidents. Rutgers Extension, of which the Master Gardeners falls under, and the 4-H group, Diane Larson was recognized recently as awarded the Rutgers Cooperative Extension Award for Excellence from all programs associated with agriculture, 4-H and Family Community Health Sciences. So we say congratulations to Diane Larson. And I'd last person, and he shouldn't be last, but he's such a breath of fresh air from Michigan, and that's Matt Newman. He received the International Excellence Award from Department of 4-H Youth Development, recognizing his work in international education. So you can see that we've been very, very busy.
In 2022, we continued to fight COVID, despite conflicting messages from our state and from our federal officials. In the healthcare and human services front, our country saw food shortages and increased costs. Our children and our grandchildren suffered educational losses and increases in anxiety and confusion. We have a growing overall fear that has increased because of crime and mental illness issues. Overdose continues to rise, as does homelessness, as millions enter our country and the need for resources like human resources, security resources, educational resources, and more continue to rise. All of these points seem like they're going to lead to a very grim future, unless you remember one thing. We are Monmouth County. This leadership has one core mission, and that is to improve the quality of life for all of us. We are dedicated to that mission. We have advanced our programs and services far beyond other counties, and we have built a very strong portfolio of services. This platform will be the ground we build on in 2023. We have passionate employees and volunteers. We continue to find new ways to reach those residents who need our help. As a forward-thinking organization, Monmouth County will charge into 2023 with resolve. We have a tremendous base of services created here because of forward thinking. We will step up out of our comfort zones for innovative new solutions. It is sincerely my honor to work with such a powerful and dynamic leadership team. We are all in this together, and we are committed to you, our residents. Together, we will continue to make Monmouth County a great place to live, to work, and to raise a family. Thank you very much.
So I guess there's one thing when you go last, is the first thing is like, this guy talks a lot, and I know it's gonna be a long night. That's not gonna be the case tonight. You know, before it all starts, I first have to look at my wife, my father, my mother that could not be here today and thank each and every one of them. And of course, my daughter that decided, because I guess New Jersey was too expensive and moved to North Carolina there. But I want to thank each and every one of them that are so special in my life. I also have a very close friend of mine here in Robert Kay that's here, and he, you know, very close on a daily basis that we work together. And of course, all my friends here, and then the people that I am with, my friends and the people that I work with on a daily basis. And obviously, it starts off, of course, this past year with our great team that we had. Of course, everybody knows our friendship. We started back, I guess, 12 years ago, Sheriff Golden and myself. We started this little journey together, and we're still here after all this. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it's good. I hope the people think it's good. But at the end of the day, we're happy. And we work well together, and we work as a team. And this was a great election. It was great running with you, Nick. You did a fabulous job. You have a beautiful family. And it's an honor to be able to say you're my running mate. As far as Sheriff Golden, I want to thank you, Kathy, the boys, Mr. Golden, Greg, here. You've become my family over these 12 years, and it's a pleasure to have you as true friends here. Of course, our great team that we work with on a daily basis, and when we say team here in Monmouth County, it's a little different, because in other counties, in the other 20 counties, it is a team effort, but in our county, it's just a tad different. It's county and family, and that's what we have. And of course, all of our constitutional officers, our great surrogate, our great prosecutor. It's been fabulous working with you. And I know, prosecutor, we've only been working a little bit together, but it's been an honor and it's a pleasure, and looking forward to the journey that we'll take together there. As far as the administration in our county, I can't say enough. Obviously, it's led by our administrator, Terry O'Connor, and all the staff. And I could go continuing and name everyone. All these people have been named today. You know the way I feel about you. It's not just coming out here today, the first week of January, and saying thank you. It's our job, the 5 of us, when we pass them in the halls, when we pass them on a daily basis, to say thank you to them daily. And I try my best to do that. I hope you appreciate that, and I'll never stop doing that, because you continue to make Monmouth County the best place to live and raise a family. Thank you. We have many journeys to go on, but none of this happens without the partnerships that we have with the other 53 municipalities. And I look here in the audience, and you know, when I came here many years ago, one of probably the most special thing and the most important thing to me was being able to take that, I'm not gonna say division, but the closeness relationship that the county and the municipalities had wasn't as tight as I thought personally it should be. And that was my ultimate goal when I came here. And I can tell you today that all 53 municipalities, and even with the representation today, show that we changed that partnership. We work, we help, we support each and every one of our municipalities in a bipartisan way, and that's why Monmouth County stands out where it does over the other 20 counties. And I thank you, mayors and committeemen and council people, for that. Our great legislators, listen, it's not easy. It's not easy getting on I-95 and driving down to that dreaded place called Trenton. It is tough, and I credit you guys. I credit each and every one of you. They should take a little page, and I know you tell them on a daily basis to take a little page out of Monmouth County. I don't know if they can do it, but you guys are fighting hard to try, and I want to thank you on behalf of Monmouth County residents for that. Continuing to fight that fight, knowing it's a tough fight, but to continuing fighting that fight, so thank you. As far as all the our public service men here and our emergency service men here, you know where I stand with each and every one of you. You are the backbone of the safety of Monmouth County. You know, just today as the sheriff talked up here, he said that some of our emergency service men could not be here. Why? Because they were trying to save lives, save structures in a fire out there in Matawan, Aberdeen area now. That's their focus. And I say over and over again, when we're laying in bed at night, things are happening all around us, but we're laying safe there because there's great people watching out for our best interests there. So Monmouth County's got a tough year ahead of us. We got state mandates that are very tough to deal with. I know Mayor Perry came out, and he's actually gonna have a lawsuit against the state of New Jersey on some unfunded state mandates. I will tell you, the county will support you 100% because it's a trickle-down effect there. And we're working hard to work on our budget. Some of those people out there need to work as hard on their budget so that the people here of Monmouth County can not only live in a great place, but can afford the great place that they live in. I sit next to a great board, and I want to thank each and every one of you there. I've served on many boards over my 28 years of doing this here, and I will tell you, the commitment of the board that I sit with now stands alone. They do a great job. They care about Monmouth County. They care about the people, and they want to make this the best affordable, best place to live in the state of New Jersey. But at the end of the day, none of this happens without the people of Monmouth County. Support and standing behind us through tough times. We've made some tough decisions. And I pass on here that we'll continue to make the tough decisions as long as we feel it's for the best interest of Monmouth County. And we'll continue over and over to accomplish those goals. I want to thank everybody. You continue to support me. I hear it day in and day after. When we see people out there, when the sheriff, myself, Christine, Nick, the rest of the commissioners, Ross, Lillian, Sue, when we're all out there, we hear about this great county, but you guys make us do that. You guys give us that feeling, that hope, and that support to continue to work as hard as we do. I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank all the departments that I did not talk about today to make this go on and on for much longer. Thank you. Happy New Year. God bless America. God bless the state of New Jersey. And most importantly, God bless Monmouth County.